Jesse Pollak's talk, Bringing Social to Coinbase Wallet, was recorded at FarCon NYC on May 2nd, 2025. FarCon is Farcaster's annual event organized by the community for innovators, builders, and network contributors. Prior to taking the main stage, Jesse chatted with GM Farcaster, and after, GM Farcaster chatted with Chintan from the Coinbase Wallet team. Thank you to all the sponsors who made this conversation possible, including Base, media partner GM Farcaster, media sponsor NounsDAO, and the FarCon team of volunteers. Learn more at farcon.nyc.
All right, so we're good? We're still going? All right. It's hard to see with the lights, so I never know. All right. So, Jesse Pollak, welcome to FarCon. We're so glad to have you here, GM Farcaster.
I can't stay away from GM Farcaster.
By the way, I totally didn't think you were coming to FarCon at all. I thought like you're delegating it, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, he's here.
No,
that's great.
I'm here. Wouldn't miss it for the world. I mean, I'm just thinking back to where we were a year ago.
Yeah, I know.
In Venice.
Incredible.
And it's crazy how far it feels like we've come.
So yeah, thinking about that from FarCon to FarCon, like what have been the big things that are like capturing your mind in terms of Farcaster and all of that? And then just hold the mic a little bit closer, make sure we're getting good sound.
I think it feels like the last year we've been kind of putting all the final pieces together. Like we had to get the naming right with mini apps, not frames. Like we had to get the mini apps to actually be good and useful. Like we had to get them having a wallet built in. Like all of these missing pieces, I feel like have really gotten refined in a big way in the last year. And so I'm just really excited about that because it feels like we're at the finish line in terms of having a really usable product that everyday people can start coming into. And so I'm super excited about that. And I feel like we're about to hit the next kind of up curve. And then the other thing that like a year ago at FarCon, me and Aniri were like, we need to get in the arena, with our consumer products. Like we need to get a feed in the Coinbase Wallet app, and it still felt like a little far off, like a dream. And I mean, today we're going to launch it.
Right, and this is
we're
recording this.
It is the worst kept secret.
Yeah, worst kept secret ever.
Yeah, it's, intentionally.
Yeah.
But I think that just I'm ready. It's there's rough edges. It's an MVP. I feel like appropriately embarrassed about the state of it, but it's so exciting to me to be in the arena and to finally feel like, okay, now we have a consumer product that we can have in the hands of Farcaster users, and we can start to kind of figure out how do we complement Warpcast and bring in new audiences and bring in new toolkits and bring in new capabilities to this network. And I just think it's going to be so fun, and I think that it's going to be really the first example of what I believe is the superpower of Farcaster, the superpower of Base, and the superpower of Ethereum, which is that because of on-chain composability, because of how these protocols work, we're able to have many different teams, all taking different strategies, but all driving shared network effects. So that we can build on Farcaster and they can build on Base, and everyone can benefit from it. Every other developer in the world can say, oh, now we're going to have a feed, and it's going to benefit from all the onboarding of creators that Coinbase Wallet is doing, and all the onboarding of creators that Farcaster is doing.
Love it.
And we all can, I'm sure there's always a little bit of friendly competition where it's some people are going to use this client, some people are going to use that client, but all of us.
I do love that you can see exactly where you're casting. You can prove it.
You can prove it.
You can prove it. We got proof on chain.
Contributing to a shared graph.
Yeah.
Where it's we are all here building the network together. That is such a superpower and such a blessing because it makes it so much more fun. Imagine if we were all building social apps and we were all competitors.
Yeah,
and
amazing.
It was just trying to build our own
Friendly
network.
Have you told them what you built yesterday?
No. So I hacked all day yesterday.
Yeah. Let's go.
And
I was running to 5 different events. She was just hacking.
The most happy place I've ever been.
I love it. Nothing like getting in the flow state.
Amazing. Okay, so we shipped.
You're just quickly, what's your journey of being a builder?
OG software developer from the early 2000s.
Your first mini app?
Yes, it's my first mini app. But my background is old school monolithic, on-prem, .NET code bases. I stayed in engineering, but I was not hands-on. So I've led teams through all modern code bases, but the hands-on stuff, anyway. Okay, coin your content.
Let's go.
Should we be coining content, Jesse? I didn't get the memo. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do you have any thoughts on that at all? I don't know. I'm not familiar.
Have you guys heard? Have you heard about coins?
Have you heard about coins?
Hey. Okay. Coin your content.
Yeah.
Share it to Farcaster. without leaving Farcaster.
Yeah.
So it's
That's what
it.
they did.
Mini app. It coins it to
You're
Zora,
alpha leaks.
Yeah.
and it,
Yeah.
I love
it's
that.
done, and it's shipped and done, and people are doing it, and it's.
And you
look
made
at that.
like 25
Yeah.
bucks in her
You made
test.
$25.
in her test
Wait, so
images.
literally.
Should we coin?
Our test going.
Should we do a little video right now, live?
We should.
I can't coin videos from my app
Let's
yet.
just do a
'cause
photo with like
You should
live,
do a
live in
photo.
the booth.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
we're gonna do this live.
Oh, we're
the
doing this
demo. This
live.
was built
She's showing her
yesterday.
her app that she just created
So let's just go.
during FarHack.
It's called
Coin-
Coineroid.
Coineroid. Let's go.
Polaroid. Yep.
Okay, choose photo.
By the way, Jesse, since you're a nouner,
Yeah.
there's a Nouns Bounty. If you go to the Nouns Bounty channel on Warpcast, you just vote with your likes on any of the projects.
From FarCon.
I think we're waiting for a few more to get dropped in there.
Coin it all.
Please pause while we do this momentary thing. Oop.
So this is connected to your
I think
workplace. Like
somebody
your
doesn't
Farcaster
realize that
connected
we're
wallet.
that we're
And it
filming.
publishes on Zora.
Yeah.
And
So
so,
it uses the
shows
Hold
Zora.
on
everybody-
a second.
So this is the
Excuse-
worklet.
Hey, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Um,
Is that Fred Wilson? No,
Yeah, that's Fred
I'm
Wilson.
afraid to have to tell him this. He's right in front of our camera.
they're gonna hear our voice. Okay, wait. Okay.
Cast it.
All right, there we go.
Jesse.
We do have
Let's
a camera.
go.
Hi.
I mean, innovation. Like the
So-
building blocks are all here.
And that is it. So then,
Hey, Dan,
um,
can we get them to shift?
so that's it.
I'm sorry, we got a camera right there.
Zora does not have a mini app,
Oops.
but now they do. And this, and then, so I'm gonna just buy my own coin from my. So this is my normal Zora account, right? So it's us. So I just.
She's showing
oh,
off
it's
her
not showing up
FarHack.
yet. But it's still buying. Okay.
It'll get there.
But yeah,
I
so
know,
that's
I'm waiting
it.
for it so I can buy it live from FarCon.
Is this
you need-
and
you
this
need
is
him
not
to mic
based
up?
on-
Yep.
okay.
So we got to wrap up because
Okay,
we
we
need to
gotta
get
go.
we
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
get
yeah,
Jesse
yeah, yeah.
we need to get Jesse mic'd up for
That's so
for
sick.
his,
I'm
his
so
part.
excited about that, and thank you for experimenting with coins. Because at the end of the day, I know it's been a little bit of chaotic couple
Yeah.
weeks, and I apologize. There were some missteps. I own those, but the goal was to open up the aperture of what people
Yeah.
are thinking about and trying and experimenting. Because at the end of the day, coins are the most powerful primitive we have,
Yeah.
and we need to figure out how to make them a tool for creators that help creators win. And right now, it's been totally cut off, and it's been
There's
impossible to do.
There's a GM Farcaster meme. It's
Yeah.
called Adrian's face LOL. Because people come on and I just have a skeptical face, like, why do we have to coin everything? Why, like, or just, but this is what I was saying. Like, you don't know. I don't know. You don't know
Yeah.
until you just.
You gotta just keep
you
trying.
Never will.
Yeah.
And the-
So
And I
And
I
it's
appreciate that you dive in and you do the thing. You don't just talk about the thing, you do the thing. So whatever the missteps are and whatever, the
Yeah, and it's not
We're gonna
scary.
get there.
I mean, this is the cool
We're gonna
thing.
get
It's not
there.
scary.
Yeah.
Adrian built a mini app for this. We just took a photo and we posted it. And just because it's a coin doesn't change anything. It's just a piece of content that we put on chain.
You
And
just
if
have to change the
some
culture.
people want to buy it,
Yeah.
great. If some people
Yeah.
want to sell it, great.
Yeah.
If people want to ignore it, great. It's okay.
It's okay. You heard it
okay.
here. You heard it here first.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna get you.
We're gonna-
This
I'm
is
so
good.
glad you made it.
If you're watching this, download Coinbase Wallet and get into the private beta and try it out and give us feedback. There's still rough edges.
You're going to get a lot of feedback.
It's going to
So-
have a lot of feedback, but the goal with releasing it so early, which is really
Yeah.
what we're doing, I mean, we just started, we rewrote it from scratch in the last 6 months. The goal with releasing it early is to build in the open. Because
Awesome.
at the end of the day, the only way we can build a global economy is by
And the
building
best
together.
thing about Farcaster is you have built-in early adopters who are ready to give you feedback, and that's going to be amazing.
We like the rough edges and
Yep.
we like to share feedback.
Yeah, well, thanks for having
We
me.
love the
y'all.
feedback.
Thanks,
Thank you, Jesse.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. How's it going? Let's see, is this clicker going to work? Clicker. We're waiting for a clicker. Isn't it so epic to be here? I'm so grateful to be here with all of you. I'm Jesse. I'm the creator of Base. 6 months ago, I took over Coinbase Wallet at Coinbase, and I'm excited to talk about the future of Coinbase Wallet and where we're going, and bring you guys in a little bit early in what's going to happen over the next few months and what's actually happening today. And all of this starts with the fundamental belief that we have on the base team, which is that creativity is upstream of everything on-chain. If we want more users and people to come on-chain, we need creativity. We need builders being creative, building apps. We need creators creating content that people actually want to consume. If we want more trading happening on-chain and more volume and capital, we need more content in the form of creativity on-chain. You've probably heard about me talking about this over the last couple of weeks. Some misses on the messaging, but hopefully we had some good conversations. We're going to keep learning and experimenting. But again, all of the opportunity from a market's perspective is downstream of creativity. And then really what all of this boils down to is growth is downstream of creativity. And so in order for us to grow Farcaster, in order for us to grow Base, in order for us to grow the on-chain economy, we need more creativity. And the really exciting thing about where we're at right now is that for the first time, really just in the last 6 months, it feels like on-chain creativity is starting to enter its like S-curve up into the right phase. This chart is a chart of the earnings that creators are earning on Farcaster right now through a mix of tips and direct platform rewards, and it's up and to the right. And that's because we are starting to see creators creating really good content on Farcaster. Raise your hand if you post on Farcaster every day. Or every week. That is creativity. That's what's making this chart go up and to the right. And it's not just Farcaster. It's happening elsewhere across the on-chain ecosystem. We're seeing it with Zora and coins. We're seeing it with Rodeo and open edition NFTs and Clanker and Flaunch. Everyone is working to figure out, OK, how do we take this creative energy that we have as builders or creators and bring it on-chain? And it's starting to finally work. But at the same time, as we've been looking at this from the Base side and the Coinbase Wallet side, we're seeing a few consistent problems. The first is that for most creators and builders, even though they're bringing more creativity on-chain, they're still running into this cold start, where it's, OK, I build my first app, or I post my first video. How do I get that engagement? How do I actually get people to care? And Warpcast has made incredible progress with mini apps and suggested follows, but there's still more work we need to do on solving that cold start problem for builders and creators. The second big problem that we see is for everyday people. Even though we've had all this creativity start to explode, it's still early in things to do. A lot of people come on chain for a coin, and then they aren't sure what to do next. They don't have that immediate hook where they say, oh, this is going to keep me coming back every single day. And that's a problem, because if we're not giving people the thing that brings them back every single day, we're not going to actually be able to grow these products in this economy. And that's the third problem. Whether you're looking at it from the cold start builder or creative side or the things to do user side, all of this is downstream of growth. We need more people in the on-chain economy who are doing things, who are trying things, who are experimenting, who are learning, who are failing sometimes, and who are participating in building this next generation of the internet together. And so these are the problems that we've been thinking about on the Base team and the Coinbase Wallet team. And when we think about how we solve this and what success looks like, we really think that it ends up being a flywheel where we have more builders and creators who create great content, and that brings more users and people who want to consume and participate in that. And that brings more builders because there's more attention, which brings more users because there's more things to do. And the faster we can spin that flywheel, the faster we're going to be able to bring the entire world on-chain. And this flywheel, it exists both for Base, which I've been working on for the last 3 years, and it also exists for Farcaster. You can see the same dynamic play out in both ecosystems. And this is why we've been on Farcaster from the beginning. Because we've seen, oh my God, it's the same flywheel. And if we figure out how to give builders better tools for Farcaster and give them better tools for Base, that means builders are going to build better things for Base, they're going to build better things for Farcaster, more people are going to come to Base, more people are going to come to Farcaster, and together, we can spin that flywheel faster and faster and faster. And today, I'm really excited because we are rolling out the private beta of Coinbase Wallet, which has Farcaster fully integrated. It's built on top of the Farcaster protocol. It has a full social feed. And I want to just talk you through the 3 things that I'm most excited about with this private beta. It's still early, that all of you are going to get access to. So the first thing, we have a full social feed. It looks like Warpcast, but we're leaning more into content. So you're going to have a full video feed in there. So for all the video, raise your hand if you're a video creator out here. Let's go! Video creators, we want to give you the best tools for creating on-chain. We want to make it so you can get more distribution, so you can get more reach, so you can have your format really, really stand out. And all this is going to be the same feed as Farcaster. Because we win together, we are contributing to a shared network where we can solve that cold start problem by giving everyone access to the same open graph. And so the first big thing that's going to be in the app is the social feed. The second thing, unsurprisingly, mini apps everywhere. We're going to have mini apps in the social feed. We're going to, of course, have dedicated app exploration and discovery. And then we'll also have, on day 1, mini apps in messaging. So you can actually use mini apps with your groups, with your friends, and with agents that we are excited, and I'm going to talk about in a second in terms of we have a bunch of people building agents that are already live on day 1. So mini apps, and the really, really powerful thing about this is all of the Farcaster mini apps. Raise your hand if you build a Farcaster mini app. They all work out of the box day 1. So shout out to Farcaster for building an incredible open platform that we can build on top of. Shout out to all of you. And then the third thing is we have messaging. And this messaging is end-to-end encrypted. It's built on an open protocol in XMTP. It has agent support out of the box. It also has mini app support out of the box. And we're going to be iterating on this to make it the best encrypted messaging product in the world. So we don't have to make a trade-off between decentralization and security, between leaning in usability and getting the best experience. We can have everything. And so we're really excited about messaging. And the final thing is we've heard a lot of feedback over the last year about Coinbase Wallet, and it's slow, it's janky. And so this journey actually started in late October when we said the only way we can build the app that we want is if we start from scratch. And so this app has been rebuilt entirely from the ground up. It's been built in the same code base. And so you won't have to download a separate app. You're not going to have to do anything. You're just going to get automatically upgraded. But it's from scratch rewrite. It's 3 times faster. We have daily over-the-air updates that are going out so that updates go out way faster. We can fix things. We just had bugs yesterday that we fixed this morning. And it's going to be a platform that lets us deliver features 2 to 3 times faster than we were able to, which means that, yes, it's going to be a private beta today that's going to have some rough edges. But over the next few weeks and months, you're going to see it get better and better and better and better. And that rate of improvement is going to be incredibly high, and the performance is going to be incredibly high. And so with all of that said, I'm excited to say we're giving it to all of you today. The team has worked so hard over the last 6 months to get here. They put this in the line in the sand. They said whatever date, May 2nd, we're going to launch this, whatever it takes. You can scan this QR code if you have Coinbase Wallet already. It will just immediately bump you into the new app. The new app will live side by side with the old app. We'll do a kind of gradual transition that makes it easy for people to move over their accounts on time. So excited about this. Scan the QR code. If you don't have it, it will get you to download Coinbase Wallet, and then it'll get you into the whole flow. One thing I want to caveat about this, though, this is a private beta, and it's early. You will find rough edges. You will run into a new user experience that you're like, what the frick are you guys thinking? This is crazy. This is bad. And the ask that I have for all of you is to build with us. The reason we're here, the reason we are opening this beta up to all of you right now is because we believe that the only way to build a global economy is to build it in the open. And to make it something that all of us work on together. And the way we do that is by sharing things early, sharing things often, not being afraid to be a little bit embarrassed about that early product that we ship, and then to listen and to learn and to figure out how do we make this product so freaking good that everyone wants to use it every single day. And so if you have bugs, report them. We're going to be in the base loft, wherever that is. There's going to be people who can help. Come tell us what the bugs are. If you have things that you hate, come tell us. If you have ideas for how we can make this experience work better for your needs, particularly if you are a video creator or a primarily visual creator, come talk to us because we want to solve your problems. We want to make it so this is an app where you can earn more money, where you can have more friends and fun, and you can be more connected than Web 2 social, and where it actually works for you. And that's why we're opening it up early. That's why I want your input. So a few ways just to make that really, really concrete that you can help. The first is download the app and create. And I actually want to just take a second, since I have you all on stage. Can everyone I'm just going to open up my app, and then I'm going to take, oh, God, no, I clicked the update button. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to take a selfie. Can everyone just, like, raise your hand, say smile, or base? Well, Coinbase Wallet, ah! Nice. Okay, so I just, if you open up your Coinbase Wallet or you open up your Farcaster, you should see my post. It just went through. You should see that post I just posted saying hello from Coinbase Wallet. Reply to that, give it a recast. If you have the app, take your own picture this week, share it, show folks that you're giving this a try, and then give us feedback. Tell us what's working, tell us what's not working, tell us what confused you, tell us what you want to see different. So that's the first thing you can do to help us make Farcaster better, help us make Coinbase Wallet better. The second thing, messaging is end-to-end encrypted messaging. It's hard, it's new, and we want to really dial this in and make it work. And so if you jump into messaging and you message farcon25.base.eth, that will add you to a FarCon group chat with everyone in the app. That's super easy, and you can just start a conversation right away, right there. So join that group. Again, come to Base Loft. Come to our event that we have from 5 to 8. We have a beautiful space. We want all of you there, and give us feedback. People are going to be around from the Base team, from the Coinbase Wallet team, just itching to hear from you about what's working, what's not working. The third thing is have some fun playing. We're also excited that we dropped 2 little mini apps today. You can find them in the Apps tab on Coinbase Wallet. One is a riddle game where you can earn tokens by testing your on-chain trivia. The other is just a pure game of chance. And so if you just open up that app, like every hour, I think, you get the opportunity to tap a button and you can earn like a few bucks of tokens from a bunch of different communities. So a good opportunity, a good forcing function for you to actually play around with these mini apps. If you see other mini apps that aren't working, like flag them to us. The goal is to make everything work out of the box. I feel like we have about like a 70% hit rate on that. And we're dialing it in with the Warpcast and Farcaster team with things like auth addresses to make things work even more smoothly. So play around with apps. Let us know what's working, what's not working, what you like, what you hate. And then the final thing is we still think payments, we believe payments are going to be this integral part of this new social network that we're building. And we think in-person payments are finally ready. We have fast experiences, we have cheap experiences, and we're doing all the payments at merch at the Base Loft. There's merch from Farcaster, from Farcaster communities, and from the Base team. You get 50% off if you pay with the new app. So that's a nice little excuse to try it out, do a payment, tell us what's working, what's not working. We're going to be rolling out more and more features. And so that's the new Coinbase Wallet. That's the private beta. That's exclusive to people in this room. We're not sharing it outside of FarCon right now. And the goal is really to take this group of people who I fundamentally believe are the best builders and creators in the entire world and to learn from all of you and to figure out how do we make this product incredible, and then how do we use this product to spin the flywheel of Farcaster and Base and the entire on-chain economy faster and faster and faster, so together we can bring the world on-chain. And so with that, I guess I'll just say it's up to us. These are the people. These are the first builders. These are the first creators, the people who believed in a new internet and believed in an opportunity to rewrite these systems from the ground up to work better for the people who are actually bringing their creativity on-chain. And so thank you for believing with us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for building and creating on Farcaster. Have a great day. Keep building and stay based. Thanks, everybody.
Here we go, GM Farcaster. We are back and we're talking with Chintan from Coinbase Wallet or Base. Like, what is your official location?
My location is Coinbase Wallet, which is part of Base.
Which is part of Base
Which
now.
is part of Coinbase.
Which is part of Coinbase.
Oh man, we're just going in circles here. But no, Coinbase Wallet. I run all of engineering for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
run all of engineering. So Coinbase Wallet is being rebuilt from the ground up. So what has gone into that process?
Yeah. So we've been cooking for a while. You know, Base and Coinbase Wallet came together around October of last year, and we spent a lot of time building a great wallet, right? But we also started seeing, like, when people onboard and they try something in a wallet, it's a transaction, right? Buy a coin, do a payment, but what else is there to do after that? So we started from the ground up again. Like, how do we make something more? So since November, we've been cooking, and we've been inspired by the Farcaster ecosystem. And you saw today,
Yeah,
Jesse was up
yeah.
there. We opened up a private beta. There's a social feed powered by Farcaster. There's apps, right, to go do some amazing fun things. And there's messaging powered by XMTP and so much more. So like, that's what we're pushing on. That's what we're excited about right now.
Amazing. And yes, so everybody just got access to private beta. I've been casting from Coinbase Wallet.
I've seen
and
it.
What's amazing.
And it's verifiable.
And it's verifiable is what I was
yes.
going to say. And if you click on the cast, you can see.
It's a little
where
badge of
it's
awesomeness.
Little badge of awesomeness. So I love that. What are you most excited about when you're thinking about this sort of expanded Coinbase Wallet?
Yeah, I think the thing we want to do with this new wallet is help builders and creators go viral. And we're finally seeing the Lego blocks starting to come together in the on-chain ecosystem. Crypto has been a lot of like trading, speculation, those are all valid and great use cases, but with Base being faster, low-cost L2, Farcaster building out a great protocol and ecosystem of mini apps, and then just the tech getting better, we're now putting together the Lego blocks to make social and on-chain come together, which then powers and enables creators and builders to go just absolutely viral. And what does that mean? Like, creators today are creating such great creativity, but it's locked into these walled garden ecosystems. They post, they get millions of likes, but what? Like
But
nothing,
what?
no money, no
Yeah.
money. And we know, and we've seen the proof happen here with Farcaster, with these apps, with Zora, with Rodent. You create, and you can express that value, you can express that awesomeness, and people can collect and coin. And that's really the goal, just help creators and builders go viral, whether it's through content, whether it's through apps, and give the world something to do.
And we're obviously in favor of giving creators
Yes,
more ways
yes.
to go viral, for sure. And you know, we always talk about this. GM Farcaster's never earned money on YouTube or Spotify or anything like that.
But you're gonna
We
coin
have-
this.
We have on Zora.
There
We
we
have on
go.
Pods.
From
yeah,
our first episode, we are at
40.
250-ish, 240.
That is amazing.
Every single
240.
episode has been minted
On chain.
on Base.
Yes. That's
On
great.
Base.
So, yeah.
First
And
it was
we-
on Zora when it was an NFT on Base, and then now it's on Pods. Also
Yeah.
an
But
NFT
we
on
always
Base.
were kind of pushing the on-chain first, and like the tools have evolved. They're not always as good, but we're just so committed to using all the tools.
And that's the beauty.
And yeah, and it's not just like, yes, we can monetize that way, but it's the direct connection with
Yes.
Yeah.
our audience.
Yes.
And people being able to kind of like the whole openness of the ecosystem and cross kind of pollinate between communities,
Yes.
like, and having access to all of the
So
data.
that's like something I'm so excited about. Like after this podcast, right? You can coin it. You can post using Coinbase Wallet. And what's really special now is that's why we leaned into messaging too, where now things on the feed, your community can collect that, can coin it, collect the coin. That could then token gate a group chat for your community,
Yes.
where then you can talk to them, give them some alpha, whatever it might be. And so you start seeing this beautiful flywheel of like public distribution back into special communities, back out to public distribution, and it grows and grows and accelerates and accelerates.
And that's the XMTP part of this.
That is XMTP
And I
part.
actually got added to a group chat on there, the creators group chat. So
Yes.
yeah, so it's
How was
and that's
that?
the idea. I'm still just in there. We're basically just all going, how do we get back to the other wallet and our money really quick?
Yeah, I know. We're working through that.
Yeah, figure
Well,
that out.
wallets are
You're
hard.
gonna get money in that
Well,
wallet
those are hard.
too.
So I'm like, don't
Creator,
lose my
yeah,
money.
you're a creator. You're going to get money in that wallet.
I'm actually,
I love it.
did not realize there was the XMTP and encryption messaging directly integrated.
Yes.
I've been using Coinbase Wallet. I know there's XMTP in there, and you know what I've done with it? Ignore it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, stop giving me
Because
that notification.
right.
It's of no use to me.
Yes.
I do not need it.
Yep.
And now you do.
And now I get
yeah,
it.
now you
Yeah.
get it.
Because it's
yeah.
messaging with people I want to message with, and these are my friends, and it's social. And the issue, one of the concerns we've had around messaging within WordCast, it's just not been a priority, but they're not prioritizing end-to-end encryption. So I'm super excited for
Yeah, and like we're excited.
DM me in Coinbase Wallet.
And you're right. Like we had XMTP earlier, but the use cases weren't there.
Yeah.
We're now with the feed, now that your friends are here, you can even like play mini apps inside XMTP in the group chats.
Oh,
so like
cool.
imagine this world
That's
where you're
amazing.
just chatting with your friends, pop in like, hey, how long is this podcast going to go for? Over under on 10 minutes. Let's take a bet.
Over
or just
under on 29 minutes. So our joke Okay, we started as 21 minutes, then we went to 29 minutes of Farcaster News to start your day, and we almost never hit 29. So that would actually be a really fun game to play.
Yeah.
Yes.
What will they be over under 29 every day over?
There's a lot of
Or
money.
how many
Every day
times are
over.
you going to say coin it on the podcast?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's some fun things to be done there for sure. And I'm excited to see you've got an incredible group of builders who've been here building apps at that FAR hackathon, and they're all thinking about how this can be integrated into Coinbase Wallet also. So that's exciting to see like what they build and what comes on there.
Yeah.
Do you also have folks that are just building directly for Coinbase Wallet apps, like that they're like more tied into the Coinbase ecosystem rather than the Farcaster
No,
ecosystem?
like we're absolutely committed to the open ecosystem, right? And that's, I think, a really great innovation the Farcaster team came up with is frames migrating to mini apps, right? Because then you can express distribution through multiple channels. Coinbase clearly is like a trusted brand, big in the crypto ecosystem with lots of eyeballs. Let's do that. However, what we also want to do for builders that are building mini apps is show them what a great mini app looks like, how to help them on the UX, how to help them on the user journey, because all of us in this room, we're familiar with some of the crypto jank and the UX problems and rough edges, but everyone outside, we have one shot. It's got to be really fast. They got to get it instantly.
Yeah.
I kind of think of, the New York Times puzzles and
Yeah.
those kind of games. They're fun. People get it. People play with it every day. That's the level of quality we want to push it, and we are committing resources, designers, engineers, guides, docs, workshops, everything we can throw at this to really make great mini apps for the rest of the world and to bring them on chain.
Fantastic, and I've seen that. You have Zoe's been doing some, and then I saw some other things happening last week with Dylan and a whole bunch of different workshops happening. Great documentation coming out that's making it very easy to integrate and make sure it's ready for Coinbase.
Yeah.
So for Coinbase Wallet, I think you guys are doing a great job with that, and it's really, I'm seeing it everywhere, and it's great to see.
inspiring too, because
Yeah.
the community wants that.
Yeah.
They want the help, and
Yeah.
that just makes it so much easier to get out there and do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make it easy for them to get on there.
Yeah.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
get in that app store. What else do you have coming down the pike that you're excited about that maybe hasn't launched yet in this beta, or that you're thinking about, or you wish you had?
Squeezing out this alpha. Okay.
I know, I'm trying.
Look, we've been like working on this and thinking about it a while. There's, like Jesse said, this is a private beta, rough edges, paper cuts. That's fine. We're going to make this better. Things I'm very excited about are how to even more rapidly have the builder to people flywheel. So I mentioned some stuff related to group chats, right? How do you bring your friends in through invite links? How do you do referrals, right? How do you do new types of mini apps like betting markets, right? How do we integrate with some of these incredible agents and bots, right?
Yeah,
that
that's
have
a
been
good
built.
idea. Yeah.
Imagine a world.
Speaking of, she has an agent.
Yes.
I
Do you have
built a
any-
bot. It's so fun, and I'm like, I need an app for it. It needs another interface.
Yeah.
It's just in the feed.
Yeah.
So I need a.
Imagine an
next.
agent in a group chat with friends,
Oh.
friends that don't have crypto, and be like, hey, can you just send $1 to everyone in this group chat? Boom, on board.
Want to hear what my bot does?
Yes, I do.
Okay, it takes our transcripts. So every show. So
Oh, the show transcript. Okay.
literally your voice right now.
Hi, hello.
will
I'm going to be in a transcript.
Will be in a transcript. The bot has access to it. So you can ask the bot any question about any of our content.
Oh, I
so you
love
can
it.
interact now with 200 some episodes, video content.
I love it.
And ask like, hey, what were frames like? Just ask questions about frames. Hey, when did you talk about XMTP on the show? And we'll pull out little snippets. It can summarize like, oh, when Chintan was on, and it'll look it up and say, what are the highlights, and it'll summarize
love
the
it.
highlights. But it's in the feed, which is
That
cool for
amazing.
discoverability.
Yeah.
But I want to put an app interface on top of the bot too.
Oh, okay.
So that's next.
Wiggly, got you.
So that's next.
And then you can also think, we've been hearing lots of great energy with Zora.
Yep.
How do we enable creators to just tap into that content coin?
Yeah.
Right?
It's funny you bring that up.
Funny you bring that up.
'Cause
That's what she was hacking on last night.
I know.
Oh, yeah,
I want to
that
hear. Yes,
was-
I
yeah,
heard about it.
That was you heard about what we did?
Yes,
I
the
told you.
cross-posting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
so
amazing.
it's just from a feed, so coin your content, share it on Farcaster
Yep.
without leaving Coinbase Wallet.
Yep, I love it. And I think letting creators, start with the new Coinbase wallet and then getting that distribution on all their current channels, plus the ability to decide if they want to coin it as well. I think that's really powerful, right? We're also going to lean in heavily to much more rich media, right?
Yeah,
Videos,
video.
apps in the feed. We may see like different forms of markets, etc. I think like that's going to be really exciting. So there's
We
so
like
much.
that.
There's,
We're excited
there's
about
so
that.
much.
Yeah.
There's so much. Payments is a big one where we want to make that
Of course.
whole payment experience just tap, boom, done, instant,
Yeah.
faster,
We
better
take-
than anything else out there.
We take for granted the amount of compounding and iterations that have happened on the Web 2 platforms over like
Yeah.
20 years.
Yes.
So like just to be able to, we've been very active on Warpcast for two and a half years.
Yeah.
So just kind of seeing the progression. But one, when we joined, you couldn't upload an image.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no
okay,
image upload.
no image upload. Okay, now you can
Sorry.
upload an image. But then like just even the thumbnails, the video, it's like, oh, you upload a video, and it's like, well, why is the thumbnail showing my elbow and
Right,
it's
right.
not my face?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, because that was optimized over time.
Yeah.
And
It's
you have to
hard.
build it.
And,
It's hard.
and these existing Web 2 like
Yeah.
behemoths have thousands of people
So much
working on it for
resource.
so many
Because they didn't share any of that
I know,
monetization.
I know,
with the
but we
people
got to
who
help
were
each
creating
other.
the value.
We got to help each other.
And video was something that they added just a little over a year ago,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
to Warpcast.
Yeah.
So that was a big moment.
And still capped at
yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah, it's
There's
still
no
capped at
editing
5 minutes.
tools. Like people are dying
It's
for like.
still not open to
built
everybody.
like-
Yeah, I think leaning into also for us, like as we look ahead, is like what are the tools that will make and give creators ability to just create fast and like amazing content, and how do we think through that, right? Like
Yeah.
I think Instagram does a nice job, TikTok, Snapchat, they all do like really good job with creator tools.
Yeah.
What is the equivalent set of tooling we can give in our app to make creators go viral and explode?
That was my next question. I was thinking, are you looking at things like TikTok and Instagram to kind of get inspiration?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many good
Yeah.
apps out there, and that's really, you know, part of the thing about bringing people on chain is not only giving them something to do, but it's also giving them a clear like reason, like why this over that, why change my behavior. Even
Right.
when we think about the design of our app, literally we think about like, if you look at common social media apps, where does the like button go? Is it third position, second position? If you swap the position, your muscle memory changes. Right? Is that the right thing we want to do or not? It's like really down to the minutia and the pixel.
There was a moment where that happened, where they swapped, I forget what it was, undo or something. They swapped some buttons and
Yeah.
everybody kept hitting the wrong buttons
Yes.
because we got so used to where that button was.
Yeah.
And then there's always been like these, you know, I think that's the fun thing that's been, the thing that's been really fun about being on Farcaster so early is watching all those iterations and all those like moments where something changed and got better and was iterated. And so I think, you know, you're going to see the same thing with this iteration of Coinbase Wallet
Yes.
and during this beta.
Yes.
And you're going to get probably more feedback than you bargained for.
Almost-
You're going to get a ton.
There's no amount of feedback that is enough. Like,
Okay.
we thrive
Oh,
on it.
okay,
and
you heard
love
it here.
And
You
do
heard it
not
here.
stop giving
He
it
said
to
it.
us.
He
Please
said it. You
give
heard
us
it.
the feedback.
Yeah.
Right? Because like that's the job. We got to make something amazing.
Yeah.
And that's what we're dead set on.
Yeah, you got it. You're going to get a lot of it because
Good.
that is one thing that Farcaster users are really good at is being early adopters and providing useful feedback.
Yep,
So-
and that's why like we were really excited to do this private beta with this community. Sophisticated, advanced users, right? They are not going to hold back, and they're not going to be shy. And,
No,
like we're so
they're
excited.
definitely
about
not
it.
gonna be shy.
So excited about it.
Adrian, what else did I forget? What else do we want to ask before we let them head down and maybe grab
Is this your
something
first
to eat?
FarCon?
No, I went last year to the Venice Beach one.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That
cool.
was so fun.
Yeah.
Very different vibe, but it
Yeah.
was like so fun meeting everyone.
I think it's good to get the West Coast, East Coast vibes. It's like,
Oh yeah.
you know,
But-
are
and
you
good
Tupac
weather
or
week,
Biggie?
too.
Let's
Good
see.
weather week
Yeah.
over here in New York.
Anything else?
What are you excited
What-
about for the rest of today?
I'm excited about the feedback
Oh.
and people
Yeah.
trying it. And then we launched these 2 mini apps that are actually fun. One's called Slip of Fate. One's called Crack the Code.
I checked on both of those and they both say join waitlist. So
They don't
okay.
anymore.
Okay, great.
But that
Great.
was just a couple minutes
I
ago.
literally was doing it
We're
while
building it on
while
the
he was
fly.
showing it.
I know. We're flying the plane and building it, and like it's beautiful. So, Slip the Fate, you just tap. You know, it's like almost like a little roulette. You kind of may or may not win something. Crack the Code. I love riddles, so I made these riddles, and
Cast out.
these are really, I think, fun, challenging hard riddles with like I think a half ETH pot for every riddle that you crack?
We're gonna.
Let's talk.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're working on something. We're gonna chat with you.
Oh, cool.
So we have
great.
something
We're
called
gonna let you
Cast
go.
Out, which is like similar to like it's a survivor-inspired game, a little bit similar to like Crypto the game,
Yeah.
where we have different challenges, and that actually sounds
Yes.
perfect. So let's talk after this.
Okay.
So little alpha for the
There we
Cast Out
go, there we
players
go.
because we're launching May 12th. So they would be, and
That's
they
so
all
soon.
have to be Farcaster users. So they're
Oh,
all
let's get
probably
this-
here and got the beta already.
Let's make it amazing.
We'll make
Yeah.
it. We'll make it happen. All right. That's it.
Yeah,
I think.
thanks.
Right.
Yeah, Chintan, thanks
All right.
for coming
Thank
by.
you. Thank
you so
we
much.
live stream 3 times a week
Okay.
to do Farcaster news.
Yes.
Anytime anyone from Coinbase Wallet, wherever, Farcaster wants to come and say hi and tell us
we'll do it,
what's
yeah.
going
You have
on,
something
like
new?
open invite,
Yeah.
come on
Okay,
by.
I see.
Yeah.
That's like I love that because part of our shift here is also just building way more in the public. So I think as we like start shipping out new things, we'd love to come back,
Yeah.
share it
Anytime.
with the community, get that feedback.
We love that. Anytime. All right. Thanks so much for
Okay.
being with us and
Thank
enjoy
you.
the rest of FarCon.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.